and gentlemen. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Toney welcoming you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for tonight's main event. 10 rounds among light heavyweights. A lot of talk heading into tonight's matchup. Everybody, well, they're scheduled to spend a half an hour swapping leather. This is 10 rounds. Who knows how long this one may last, because Roy's opponent isn't built for a fight that can really go the distance.
No, he's not. He's probably going to look like a guy running into the propeller of a plane. You know, he's going to come out so quick, he just might get torn up by those propellers, or in this case, those fast hands of Jones.
He scores with the jab there.
You know, Joe, a lot of times you think about a jab being used by an outside guy, but to get inside, you need a cover. And there, right there, was the cover.
Oh, they both land flush with uppercuts. But he came back with a right hand of his own. Scores up top with a left. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well. Shot by Roy Jones. Protecting his head well with his guard. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Lights Out's blocking ability is doing well for him there. Wow, a big flush blow, the left hand by Roy Jones. Jones is missing punches. I mean, there's just no way to sugarcoat it. His accuracy isn't there.
And there's a reason for it, Joe. His punches are the wide variety. And wide punches, guess what? They don't find the mark. They're not accurate.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. The defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. He has his target. He lands the straight right. Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counterpunch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces them into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Early on in this fight, one of the things I'm going to look for is who's the more well-rounded fighter offensively. Who can do it all with all their punches?
Well, you look for that in any sport, in any profession. You know, you look at a quarterback You know, in football, the great ones, they can throw deep, but they can throw the short patterns. They can throw the out, the in patterns. Same thing with a fighter.
Oh, and the right hand comes into play. 5 lights out. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Well-placed counter punch by Lights Out. Lights Out's resting up after a round in where he was so very accurate. And Teddy, if you want to have one single quality out there as an offensive fighter, accuracy is among the ones you want to have.
Yeah, and to be accurate, that means you have to be calm. And you have to be smart, that you know that you're putting the punches in certain specific places for a reason. And boxing is not just about the strongest guys. It's supposed to be, and it usually is, about the smartest guys.
Missed the body shot. Lights Out's out there just waiting on a counterpunch, isn't he?
Yeah, well, first of all, why is he? Because he knows if he walks in, he's going to get caught. So what he wants to do is, he knows there's basically a guard at that door. He's trying to get that guard to get out of there so he can go through that door.
Roy Jones Jr.'s cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. And now he's targeting upstairs. Nice uppercut from Roy. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. And now we see blood coming from Roy Jones Jr.'s nose. I've heard people say about Roy Jones Jr., no matter what sport he was going to apply himself to, he was going to be a pro. He was going to be successful. If he played football, this is a guy that could have been a great defensive back. If he had taken on baseball at a young age, he would have made the major leagues. We know what he would have done in basketball. He's an accomplished basketball player as it is. You agree with that?
Well, to a certain extent, I do, because obviously he has good athletic genes. He is an athlete. He's a guy that possesses really tremendous physical abilities. But his temperament, he's a guy who's confident. He's a guy that's stubborn, a guy that wants to prove you wrong and make himself right. He's a guy who's really determined to get his way.
Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Seconds to go in this third round. Three rounds in the books. Lights Out's in control. Teddy, he's up with a clean sweep on your scorecard.
Yeah, and I like the way he's doing it. You know, he's making the guy come to him, he's making him miss, and he's scoring all the clean punches.
Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here today?
Well, 2 aspirin and then, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. He has found his groove with this right hand. You see what happens when he commits to the uppercut? Look at that. Great work there. Lights Out's doing a good job tonight on the outside. He's able to score from the outside, keeping a safe distance away from his opponents. Nice work with the uppercut. Halfway through round number 4. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. Jones is taking a lot of punishment with the right hand. Teddy, you've said many times, it's where you put your own hand when you get hit by those right hands.
Well, one place I could tell you where not to put it, in the middle. And he needs to move it to the left, outside that right hand.
That's a huge uppercut from Roy Jones Jr. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Barry brings the jab right hand. Good step back counter punch there. And round 4 comes to an end. Roy Jones Jr. Well, he's back in the corner, which is critical in terms of trying to stop the bleeding on that cut. But it's also critical because they need to put forth a new defensive game plan.
Yeah, they have to make sure that they buy some time here and start moving their head, using their legs, tying up a little bit, doing anything to kill the clock and not get caught on that cut anymore.
Good way to protect the midsection. Took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. Lights Out. It's got that catch-me-if-you-can kind of attitude. He's almost daring his opponent at this point to try to land a headshot, but his movement's been so good. His defense is just supreme.
Yeah, it is. He's moving from the waist. He's slipping the straight shots. He's weaving the hooks. He's doing a real magical job in there. But his opponent is making no adjustments at all.
Jones is almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Blocking his opponent. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. Right to the belt line. A sound combination by Lights Out. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Lights Out. Seemingly in control, and now maybe out of control after getting hit there.
But what you just said, Joe, that is really what's the enemy of his right now is nothing was coming at him. He was winning too easily. And for a minute, he let up and bang.
Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Another good round by him there. Teddy, he can't miss tonight.
No, I'm taking nothing away from him, but you can't miss when your opponent goes out there and begs you to hit him. I mean, he's just standing right there asking for it.
Lights Out. His opponent's probably looking at him right now saying, wow, you're not changing anything up. You know, he got to him moments ago. Now, he's got the same style that he's looking at again.
Yeah, but he got to him moments ago. Got to him. One time. I think right now it's too early to all of a sudden throw everything out the window. But look for an adjustment if things don't change. If he can't get away from those punches, if he keeps having problems, he gets stunned again, then you might have to look for a change. You might have to make a change if you're going to survive.
You see him holding on. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Jones's defense is never good. Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. And oh, what a good strong uppercut by Lights Out. Jones is thinking right now that he's doing a good job defensively, but it's really not the case, Teddy. Every so often, you will see a punch split that guard.
Yeah, he's just standing there. First of all, the gloves, he needs to extend them just a little bit away. So as you said, those punches, you know, are going to force their way through to the target, which they're doing right now. They're getting down to him. They're getting through to him.
A well-timed right hand by Lights Out. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Solid right by Roy Jones. And he ties up on the inside. Lights Out's doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. Oh, what a whip by Roy Jones. Goes up top with a right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Lights Out's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Good combination on the 1-2 by Lights Out. Oh, that's gotta hurt. How about that? Roy Jones Jr. down after getting tagged by that power punch. And that does it for this round. Lights Out's performance has been consistent tonight. All night long, we've seen the same thing. Scoring to his opponent's head from the outside.
Well, if it's not broke, why fix it, Joe? He's doing exactly what he should be doing. Now it's up to his opponent to change something here.
Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Gets rid of that body shot. Roy Jones Jr. is making me question how his legs are right now. I'm not sure that he's all too secure and steady on those legs after that knockdown. Just like he's tying up a lot here.
Yeah, well, you don't have to wonder. You're saying you're not so sure he's secure. Well, he's telling you. You know, he's right there. That's about as honest of a fight as ever going to be is when he's clinching. He's telling you, I don't feel too good.
A stabbing right hand by Lights Out. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Able to lock in that target and bring it home well.
One or two more of those, it'll be the end of the night.
Lights Out's left, working well that time. Good return fire that time. How about that exchange? Big shot. Reacting to tough circumstances. Not something that Roy Jones Jr. has had to do a lot of in his career. But now that's exactly what he needs to do. As more than once tonight, he's found himself down. It's over. This fight is over. Roy Jones Jr. is not going to hear from those judges. He's a knockout victim. Lights Out's your winner by knockout. Now, I think he was headed towards a decision win anyways, but what a good way to just put a stamp on his evening.
Yeah, bring down the curtain and make sure that more people are going to be talking about you when they leave the arena tonight.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.